The Real Estate Commissioner's authority to open and conduct investigations is one of the most important powers granted under Arizona law. It is a fundamental part of the Arizona Department of Real Estate's mission to protect the public and ensure that all licensees adhere to ethical and legal standards. This authority allows the commissioner to respond swiftly to potential violations of law, investigate unlicensed activity, and enforce disciplinary measures when necessary. The power to investigate is established under ARS Section 322153 and ARS Section 32-2125, which together define the commissioner's duty to regulate, supervise, and, when warranted, take corrective action against real estate professionals or unlicensed individuals engaging in prohibited conduct. The commissioner's investigative authority serves both preventive and corrective purposes. Preventively, investigations help identify early warning signs of misconduct, ensuring that small problems do not escalate into serious violations. Correctively, they provide the means to address complaints, enforce the law, and uphold the integrity of Arizona's real estate industry. For example, if a member of the public files a complaint alleging that a broker misused client funds or failed to disclose material facts, the commissioner is legally obligated to review the claim and determine whether there is sufficient cause to open an investigation. Under ARS Section 32-2153E, the commissioner may investigate any licensee, applicant, or unlicensed person if there is reason to believe that a violation has occurred. This authority applies whether the information comes from a consumer complaint, a referral from another agency, or the commissioner's own observations during audits or compliance reviews. The law empowers the commissioner to act independently when necessary to protect the public, meaning an investigation can be initiated without waiting for a formal complaint. This ensures the department remains proactive and responsive to potential issues. When an investigation is opened, the process typically begins with a preliminary review of available evidence. Investigators within the ADRE may request documentation such as contracts, trust account records, advertising materials, or correspondence between parties. Under ARS Section 32-2125B, the commissioner and their staff have the authority to examine the books, accounts, and records of any licensee to determine whether they are complying with state law. For example, if an audit reveals that a property management company is failing to reconcile its trust account monthly as required by R4-28-802, the commissioner may order a full investigation to verify whether tenant deposits or owner funds have been mishandled. If evidence indicates that a violation has occurred, the commissioner may issue a notice of investigation or an order to show cause, giving the respondent an opportunity to respond. The respondent may provide written explanations, submit documents, or participate in interviews. This ensures due process and fairness, allowing licensees the opportunity to clarify or correct misunderstandings before disciplinary action is taken. The commissioner's investigative power also extends to unlicensed activity, one of the most serious offenses under Arizona real estate law. ARS Section 32-2165A makes it unlawful for any person to act as a broker, salesperson, or property manager without a valid license. When the department receives reports of unlicensed practice, such as an individual advertising properties for sale or collecting commissions without a license, the commissioner has both the duty and authority to investigate immediately. In such cases, the commissioner may issue a cease and desist order and refer the matter to the Attorney General or County Attorney for criminal prosecution, as unlicensed activity constitutes a Class 6 felony in Arizona. Another area where investigations are critical involves complaints related to fraud, misrepresentation, or unethical conduct. For instance, if an agent falsely advertises a property's condition or fails to disclose known defects in violation of R4-28-1101A, the Commissioner can initiate an investigation to determine whether the licensee acted dishonestly or negligently. If the evidence supports the allegation, disciplinary action may follow under ARS Section 322153A3, which allows the Commissioner to sanction licensees who engage in deceit, misrepresentation, or dishonest dealings. Investigations are also used to enforce supervisory responsibility within brokerage offices. Under R4-28-1103A, the designated broker is responsible for supervising all licensed and unlicensed employees to ensure compliance with the law. If the department receives information suggesting that a broker failed to oversee their agents, such as allowing unlicensed assistants to negotiate contracts, the Commissioner may open an investigation into both the broker's conduct and the overall compliance system within the office. This helps preserve accountability at all levels of real estate practice. The Commissioner's investigative authority is not limited to disciplinary actions against individuals. It also includes the power to suspend, deny, or refuse renewal of a license during or after an investigation. If the Commissioner determines that continuing licensure would pose a risk to the public. For example, if a broker is under investigation for embezzlement or fraud, the Commissioner may issue an interim order suspending the license to prevent further harm until the matter is resolved. This immediate action authority ensures that public protection is prioritized. The investigative process follows the principles of administrative due process, meaning the Commissioner must ensure that investigations are conducted fairly, objectively, and based on credible evidence. Licensees are entitled to notice of any alleged violations, the opportunity to respond, and, if necessary, a formal hearing before the Office of Administrative Hearings, OAH. After the hearing, the Commissioner may issue a final order, affirming, modifying, or dismissing the findings. This structure ensures both accountability and fairness in enforcement. The Commissioner's duty to investigate also extends to consumer education and transparency. Every confirmed disciplinary action, suspension, or revocation resulting from an investigation is recorded in the ADRE's public database. This allows members of the public to verify a licensee's disciplinary history before engaging their services. For example, if a consumer searches the ADRE's online database and finds that an agent's license was suspended for trust account violations, they can make an informed decision about whether to work with that agent. This openness reinforces the department's mission to protect and inform Arizona consumers. Review summary. In this section, you learn that the Real Estate Commissioner has the authority and duty under ARS Sections 32-2153 and 32-2125 to open investigations into potential violations of Arizona real estate law. The Commissioner may investigate licensees, applicants, or unlicensed individuals to ensure compliance with the law and protect the public from fraud or unethical conduct. Investigations can arise from complaints, audits, or the Commissioner's own observations. The process includes reviewing records, interviewing parties, and, when necessary, conducting formal hearings. The Commissioner may issue cease and desist orders, refer criminal cases for prosecution, and impose disciplinary actions such as fines, suspensions, or revocations. These powers ensure that Arizona's real estate industry remains transparent, accountable, and trustworthy. Discussion: what statute grants the Real Estate Commissioner authority to open investigations? Answer: ARS Sections 32-2153 and 32-2125 grant the Commissioner authority to open and conduct investigations. When can the Commissioner open an investigation? Answer: the Commissioner can open an investigation whenever there is reason to believe that a violation of law or rule has occurred, even without a formal complaint. What types of conduct may lead to an investigation? Answer: misrepresentation, mishandling of trust funds, unlicensed activity, or failure to supervise are common reasons for investigations. How does the commissioner ensure fairness during an investigation? Answer: by providing notice, allowing responses, and conducting hearings through the Office of Administrative Hearings when necessary. Why is the authority to open investigations essential to the commissioner's role? Answer: it enables the department to enforce compliance, prevent consumer harm, and uphold public trust in Arizona's real estate system. Closing remarks. The commissioner's duty to investigate is one of the cornerstones of Arizona's real estate regulatory framework. Through careful oversight and enforcement, the commissioner ensures that all licensees act ethically, competently, and within the boundaries of the law. The power to investigate allows the department to detect problems early, respond to consumer complaints, and maintain accountability throughout the industry. By balancing enforcement with fairness and transparency, the commissioner fulfills the ADRE's ultimate mission: to protect the public and preserve confidence in Arizona's real estate profession.